What I'm going to be talking with you guys about today, honestly, is something that has been weighing on my heart so much. And it really is going to help you if you're someone that's been struggling with discipline or you have been struggling with motivation. And I made a huge shift in my life, in my business this year. And I actually started getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning. I am not a morning person, at all. When I say I'm not a morning person, I mean my husband is a huge morning person. He gets up in the morning and he is stand up out of bed, ready to go. And I'm the one that's hitting snooze and doing all the things. The first thing is that when you hit snooze in the morning, it actually creates a habit so that you keep doing it and you keep telling your body that it's okay. So I really wanted to just break through and start being more disciplined. And what I know is that there's a lot of people, okay, that will always keep pushing that finish line back. And what I want to do with this message that I'm going to share with you is hopefully inspire you to be more disciplined, inspire you to get after your goals, and inspire you to stop pushing back that start line or that finish line. And when I say that, it's because there's so many people that are out there, okay? So many people that say, I'll be happy when I get a car, or I'll be happy when I get this job, or when I move, or I'll start my fitness journey when I'm not as busy, or I'll make sure that I get my workout in once my kids go to bed, and then they're tired and their kids don't go to bed, or they give themselves all these excuses for, I'll do this when this happens. But when you do that, you're pushing back that finish line. You're not allowing yourself to get there, to work on your journey, to start that business, to start working out, to start prioritizing your health. And honestly, the reason I've been able to get up earlier in the mornings and the reason I've been able to get to the gym and do all those things is because my reasons are so much bigger that my standards are higher. And by me being able to focus on the fact that my reasons are so big, it allows me to fuel myself so that when I'm laying there in the morning and I just want to hit snooze and I don't want to get up in the morning, I think about those reasons. And I really had to do a lot of self-love, a lot of gratitude, a lot of journaling, and really focus and think about the fact that I really want big things for my life. And when I take care of my health, it's not just because I want to look a certain way. It's not just because I want to be a leader for my coaches and my clients. It's not just because I want to be a better wife for my husband. It's not because I want to look confident in a bikini when I go to Punta Cana in a couple of weeks. It really comes down to that pivot point in my life where my disease almost killed me. And it was that pivot point in my life where I didn't even know that I had Crohn's disease. And I'm going to share this with you guys. And it's not something that I really share a lot. And the reason I don't really share about it is because I don't like to allow myself to feel like my Crohn's disease controls my life. And I actually got feedback from this gorgeous girl here on Instagram that I met a couple weeks ago. And she said to me, I really enjoy following your account because you don't talk about Crohn's all the time. You actually share just this is my life and I'm alive and I'm living and I'm thriving. And that meant so much to me and really inspired me to want to come on and share this with you guys. So what happened to me about just over 5 years, 6 years ago, I had just recently met my husband. I went to a restaurant with my girlfriend Rosie for her birthday and we went to a raw bar and something happened. I got so sick and I didn't know what was happening with my body, and I've always struggled with, thanks fam, I've always struggled with my stomach and my gut, and then they thought I was lactose intolerant, thought I was celiac, told me that I was allergic to sugars, all these things, but never really knew what the root cause was. And then I got so sick. And I was so new to my relationship with my husband, now husband, and I lost 30 pounds in 1 month. I went to the doctors and I had a crazy stomach bleed. I was basically just bleeding like crazy, couldn't eat anything, couldn't drink water. And I kept going to the doctors. And what do doctors say? Right? When they see someone that's young and healthy or young and what looks like they're fit, they say, you know what, here's some medication. You'll be fine, honey. You have irritable bowel syndrome. You're okay. You must have ate something bad. And I'm no, I'm losing muscle. I am weak. I am tired. I cannot get my health back together. And it got to a point where they would not admit me and they kept giving me different medicine after medicine after medicine after medicine. And then one day I almost died. And what happened was they gave me, it was an Imodium, it was a bowel blocker, and I got a blood blockage in my back. And then that's when I went to the doctor and they said they never should have given this to you. We didn't realize how bad your bleeding was in your intestines, all these things. And then they kind of sort of started taking me seriously and started saying maybe it's diverticulitis, maybe it's IBD, I don't know. And they would not admit me to get anything done. My mother had to actually reach out and she had to call every single gastroenterologist in Ontario to try and get them to admit me. And she was living in the Bahamas at the time. Because if you didn't know that, I was raised in the Caribbean. And it took her having one really strong, heartfelt conversation with the receptionist to say, I know my daughter needs a referral. I know that she needs this, but nobody will help her. Nobody will admit her. And she was crying. And this woman got this lady on the phone with my mom and got them to call my doctor and tell my doctor to give them a referral to her so I could go and see her. And that's when I found out that I had Crohn's disease. And for anybody that finds out that you have an autoimmune disease or an invisible illness you weren't aware of, like, you learn that during that process a lot about yourself. And you start really thinking about, what's going to happen for my future? Like, how can I get control of this? And that's where I could have kept pushing back that finish line for myself. Okay, that's where I could have been like, you know what? I'll start my fitness journey to take care of myself when I'm not sick anymore. Or I'm going to start making sure I start my own business when I'm not sick anymore. Or, I'm going to start, being more positive and waking up earlier and being healthier and all these things when I'm not sick anymore. But that's you allowing your circumstances to control your life. And when your circumstances control your life, you have no control. And so what I did was I started thinking about what if I don't change, right? I could die, which could leave me alone. I could lose my husband. I could lose my colon. I could have issues with my health prolonged for a long time, be uncomfortable traveling. I could have all these things. And I really started thinking about the fact that if I'm not here because I choose not to take care of my health, that means I'm not going to be able to start a family with my husband. That means I'm not going to be able to watch my niece grow up and fall in love and get married. It means I'm not going to be able to watch my husband achieve his dreams and watch my friends' families grow and my coaches grow and my clients and everyone achieving their goals. And the things that really, truly bring me joy, I'm not going to be there for those things. So that's why I say by me getting up at 4 a.m, by me getting up, it's because I sit there and I think about the fact that the reasons I have in my life are so much more important than my excuses. So when I sit there and I think, by me getting up right now at 4 a.m, I'm going to be able to make sure I'm around for my niece later on. That I'm going to be able to be a mom for my husband. That I'm going to be able to be a master of my circumstances and not allow my Crohn's disease to take over my life. And that to me is so much more powerful than I'll get another 5 more minutes of sleep. Or, that's so much more powerful to me than me waiting and thinking, when I get this, then I'll do that. It's about taking actions, right? And honestly, what I want you guys to think about is what your reasons are. Why are you actually wanting to do the things you want to do in your life? Is it because you want to make more money? Is it because you want to be there for somebody? Is it because you want to feel a certain way? Or are you just going to keep allowing yourself to keep pushing that stuff back? Because the thing is, you need to reward yourself for the good behaviors that you do and be grateful for the things that you have in your life. Be grateful for the ability that you can wake up earlier so you can have more time instead of thinking that you don't have time, right? Be able to build habits that serve you, that make you feel good, because the thing is that you will always choose something that makes you feel good about yourself. You will always be disciplined about things that bring you joy. You will always be able to build a habit around something that makes you feel good. And I can tell you right now, it may not be easy for you to get up and do your workout or fuel your body with proper nutrition or be able to say yes to certain things, because every time you say yes to something else, you're saying no to something else, right? So if you're getting up early, you're saying no to extra sleep. But if you're getting that workout in, you're saying yes to your health, right? So it's about making those disciplined decisions that are going to better your life in the long run and really thinking about what you're grateful for and rewarding yourself for that. Because what happens is if you don't reward yourself for the great things that you're doing in your life, like getting up early and fueling your body and practicing gratitude and eating healthy, then you don't enjoy them as much, right? So allow yourself to have grace, allow yourself to draw a line in the sand and think about the fact that you taking care of your health needs to have more reasons than just feeling good in a bikini. I know I want to be there for my niece. I want to be there for my husband. I want to start a family. I want to do all these things. And I'm not going to sit around and wait for that finish line to just show up magically so I can start doing something. You have to decide that you want to do something, commit to it, and then actually do the things. Because you can sit there and read all the personal development books in the world. You can sit there and you can watch this live and feel empowered and go, you know what, she's right. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning early. I'm going to get my workout in. No excuses. I'm not going to wait anymore. Or, you know what, I'm going to go in on it. I'm going to start coaching. I'm going to start my own business. Or I'm going to go after that job that I've been wanting to do forever. But the thing is that motivation can only take you so far. You have to actually take action. So if you're inspired by this, or if it hits home to you and you realize that you actually have bigger reasons for you to be able to stand up for your standards, then I encourage you to take some massive action. Because if you don't take action, then nothing will change. People say knowledge is power, but really, action is power. So I hope that helped you guys, and I hope that that is something that has been able to help you get through your day today. It is Wednesday, and I want you guys to be able to crush the rest of this week, and it feels good to get that off my chest and be vulnerable and share with you guys the things that I went through and the fact that I want to be here for the right reasons, and I want to be able to inspire you guys to do the same. So get out there, get after your dreams, and have an amazing day, guys.